I'm Tim Kearns from MSO News Sports, and joining me now is Bryan Lafata, the head baseball coach of the Gloucester Fishermen. Bryan, partway through the season, let's do a quick review.
Well, we're 4-4 right now. At this point, 4-3 in the conference. It's been a difficult go of it weather-wise so far for everybody in the North Shore, or probably New England in that sense. Trying to make sure we get these games in and rescheduled as soon as possible. So the colder weather, the wet weather, hasn't been favorable for typically offense, but obviously as well protecting players' arms and everything, pitchers, keeping them on pitch counts. But as far as our team, again, 4-4. We've won some, we've lost some that we feel like we could have won a couple more if we made a few extra plays or came up with a big hit. But I think we're learning right now as we go. We've got a younger team, and some of the guys are really starting to step up, starting to put the ball in play more and put more pressure on the defense, and the pitchers throwing strikes. So looking forward to obviously the last 12, 13 games to see how we do to get ready, hopefully, for the state tournament.
And the conference is kind of bunched up. There's a lot of teams playing well. Teams are knocking each other off one day to the next. Beverly beats Danvers. You guys come around the next game and beat Beverly.
Yeah, it's as I said a few weeks ago before the season, in this conference anyone can beat anyone on any given day. You look at records right now, there are some, it might look a little top heavy and bottom heavy, not a lot of teams in the middle, but it's just not that way, and especially with this crazy weather and the way the season goes, and any team you play, they could put any pitcher on the mound any given day to beat you. So we don't take anyone for granted. Every single game we got to go out there ready to go, because you never know who you're going to be facing, and if they're going to bring their A game. If we don't come ready, we could lose every single game that we step out there. So,
could you single out a couple of guys who have really stood out this year?
Number one, definitely one of our tri-captains, John Mondello, on the mound has been tremendous. He's already logged 28 innings. I mean, it's worked out, so we can pitch him a little bit more this year with the games getting rained out and spacing it out. And in 28 innings, he still hasn't given up an earned run. He's got 4 complete games, and he's being the captain, the leader that we expect after a guy that's been a 4-year player here. Offensively, Jack Sperry, another one of our captains, Matt Smith, are doing quite well. Jack's hitting the ball very well and playing a strong defense at third. Pleasant surprise for us this year is Jake McKillop, coming in as a junior, has stepped in and he's hitting the ball very well to all fields, and just being someone that many of the teams in the conference don't know of yet because he's newer to the varsity level. He's been tremendous so far. And then we've got a good young core right now. We've got some of our younger ball players, underclassmen, Ben Oliver, E.J. Field, Marcus Montanino, Dalen Lark, Harrison Marshall, some of the guys that as sophomores and juniors are really starting to get some quick experience and being impact players right away, which is great.
As we look down through the rest of the season, Danvers has 1 loss so far. Kind of like Danvers being Danvers.
Yep.
You know, they can't pitch, they can't hit, they can't field, but they have 1 loss halfway through the season. You know?
That's Danvers for you. No matter what, they're always going to compete. Many years they have great talent. Even the years that they've been down on talent, they know how to win games. They don't beat themselves. They put pressure on the opposition. And so we have them tomorrow night, and we expect a battle like we have every year. And as I said, I mean, you have a night where you don't show up ready to play. It could get ugly fast against Danvers, the way they're aggressive on the bases and how they attack you immediately as a pitching staff.
But certainly, you know, they hopefully bring out the best in your team. That your team knows who they are. You're going to come ready to play. You're going to give them battle.
Yep, definitely. I mean, there's obviously that rivalry that's been there for a long time between Danvers and Gloucester. Unfortunately, I've told my players the past few years it's not much of a rivalry because they've won quite a few more games than we've won against them. But there's that fire with Danvers that they do get amped up a little bit more. There's always typically kind of a tournament type feel to each game. So we'll come ready to go tomorrow night, and hopefully we bring our A game and can play a good game with them and come out of here with a win, we hope.
Is there a team in the league that surprised you this year?
It's tough to say. It's still pretty early to tell, but I'll tell you one team that was very impressive was Beverly. I mean, granted, we did get a nice win here at home the other day with Mondello on the mound, but the way they swing the bats, their senior, their veteran leadership, I mean, they're just 1 through 9, a very strong team, and even depth-wise, players off the bench, an older team that's very experienced that I think is going to do a lot of damage. And like I said, we were fortunate that we got a nice win the other day against them, but I think we'll be hearing about them for quite a while.
Coach, good luck the rest of the season. Especially good luck tomorrow night.
Great. Thank you very much, Tim.
Okay, Bryan Lafata, head coach of the